Alright, Virgo, we're gonna see what's going on with y'all monthly love reading. Y'all the last one out, and we're gonna see what is going on, and we're gonna see what it's all about. What can you do necessarily moving forward? What is going on necessarily, or whatever the case may be. Jesus Christ. Alright, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Boom, boom. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Two of Cups. That's all I know. The Lovers. But you got the Queen of Swords. Jesus Christ. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, wee. There's a lot of reverses. 6 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Two of Swords. Yeah, I like this. Go ahead, start over, whatever case may be. Yeah, I had to start over because it was like an energy shift or whatever the case may be. So I had to make sure that I got it right, so I could be able to get y'all reading all the way together. Still the same thing. Overall mood, you got the Five of Pentacles. I knew that was going to come out. And you got the Knight of Swords. And you got the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords with the Knight of Swords and the King of Cups or whatever the case may be. It looks like you may be trying to communicate to somebody. And it comes like in a space of apathism or whatever the case may be. If it's like a love person or somebody else, it just looks like somebody takes advantage of somebody, period. Like, that's what it kind of gets me, though. Because the King of Cups can be somebody that's kind of like apathetic. So they kind of take advantage of the connection that they kind of have with somebody. So, yeah, it's just kind of old and outdated. With the Seven of Cups and the Two of Cups, it's kind of like somebody, like, I don't know, it's kind of like you're just now seeing a person for what they are. This could be a friend or a connection with somebody, though. That's what it kind of gives me, though. Like, necessarily, like, this kind of don't, this don't give me kind of like relationship type tease. I'm sorry. But it could be for you if this is a person, though. It's just like you finally see somebody like for who they are. Because Five of Pentacles means like being out of the cold, you going through some type of rough life experiences or whatever the case may be, challenges, financial type challenges or whatever the case may be. Some of y'all could be getting evicted, waiting on some money to be able to come in. You got Three of Wands, Ace of Wands, having to return back to places that you necessarily didn't want to go to or whatever, or necessarily didn't know you had, especially on the financial front. So it's kind of like some of y'all had to move, lost certain business adventures or connections or certain partnerships with certain people. And you got the Knight of Wands. You hear me say? That's what it kind of gets me, though. Alright, let's go. You got Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. That's what I said. It looks like, I'm telling you, it's like dead ass. If you're in a relationship and you were dating two people, or just somebody else was kind of like a parent or maternal type figure, I think you starting to recognize like why you don't grow in relationships with people or make friends, or it's kind of like you don't grow. Or this person, it's kind of like if it's a personal relationship or making friends or connecting with others or more like a maternal type aspect, it's kind of like you starting to see why. Because the Queen of Cups versus the Queen of Wands, you can say, I don't like Queen of Wands energy. That's somebody who cross boundaries, that do shit. That's more of somebody who does things on the brinks and say, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And they land themselves in positions to where they don't care about the outcome of everybody else. So that's why I say it's kind of like either you're noticing this about yourself or somebody else. Because you got the Seven of Pentacles, though, because it puts you in the same position to where it doesn't bring nothing new. It's just the same. I don't know what that means. Then you got Two of Swords, Four of Cups, and the Five of Wands. And the Magician, though, that's why I said it's kind of like, I thought I was a turtle. Let me tell you something, but this is like sloth. Like, I thought it was a turtle. The reason why I said I thought it was a turtle, because the turtle energy gives me, you hear me say, like, I know sometimes I can move so, but this kind of give me soft. Like, Two of Swords is kind of like where somebody, they got like kind of like divided loyalty, I would say, but this kind of gives me like, okay, I hear what you're saying. Like, sitting too long when it comes to people and making a decision, and then like comes experiencing, it's kind of like say for instance, you got a friend or somebody that do like some stupid ass shit over and over and over again, and you kind of like, okay, like the Queen of Wands energy. You sit back and you kind of like, okay, well that's my friend. You just looking at it, it's like bald head whole shit like that, and then you just look at him. You kind of like, damn, like I shouldn't have never came. Like that's the energy it kind of gives me though. Like with that Four of Cups, it's kind of like, damn, like that's what it kind of gives me, especially with the Magician though. So it's kind of like you get to see both sides or something, but at the same time, it's like somebody that's coming more clearer about this Queen of Wands energy. So it could be a person you dating, a lover, a mom. I don't know. Let's see. Because you got Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. That's why I said it's kind of like if you got, some of y'all going through evictions or whatever the case may be. We all knew that COVID was going to get cut out. So that's possibly what's coming up in like your money type reading. Or it could be you and a partner though. You hear me say like necessarily when it comes to financial type aspects. So it's kind of like if you was an investment with a person or you and a partner, it's kind of like somebody's not necessarily sharing or you're not the sharing type. So because the Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands, somebody's very defensive about their money. It's kind of like you may recognize this or whatever the case may be. It's kind of like you have to defend or protect what is yours because necessarily this is a relationship or a separation or a marriage or divorce. It's kind of like somebody's trying to protect this because of the 7 of Wands, because it's constantly people saying, can I have something? Can I get this? Can I get, like, that's the energy. It's kind of like somebody's constantly always asking or needing something. 10 of Pentacles, it could be a lot of people that's around you. Could be a family dynamic, work. Because you got 2 of Pentacles as well and the 5 of Cups. So that's why I said it could be a relationship though. Like, I don't know necessarily if you getting back in good with somebody or you just got some type of contract or you're in a partner, y'all necessarily moving, bouncing back, recuperating from some sort of hard time. And it's kind of like somebody's like, so. And then it's kind of like, no. Like, I think that's what somebody's starting to see about this Magician. Oh, shit. I don't want to wait. I don't want to, come on. Like, I think for some of y'all, I think you're starting to recognize, like, no. Like, because this overcoming, this 5 of Cups and this 5 of Pentacles, that's overcoming some sort of hard time. And it's kind of like the 7 of Wands, people like, so, I don't even really care what you're going through, but what's going on? Like, that, I don't care. Like, they constantly bombard. They don't give a fuck. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, say, for instance, you could have just lost your dog. So I don't know if this is you or another person. Or y'all going through this in a relationship, or your partner doing this. But it's kind of like, if you just went through a bad time, they kind of like, I don't give a fuck, I'm finna do what I'm finna do, and I don't care about nobody, like that type of energy. And you kind of like, well, better into what you charge. Oh, it's kind of like y'all kind of like, wow, okay, like that's how it just gives me though. That's why I said I thought I was a turtle, but this just gives me sloth. Like some of y'all let people take too many chances with your ass. 2 of Cups. King of Swords. Yeah, I'm telling y'all do. Some of y'all going through like a nasty divorce or whatever the case may be. Y'all really is. Some of y'all going through like a nasty ass divorce, or some of y'all trying to have money and assets or whatever the case may be, because somebody's like money hungry, like dead ass. Because you got eight of Pentacles or Page of Pentacles or Death. Some of y'all got a business partner that don't know how to save their money, and it's kind of like they constantly you constantly got to come get them out of a ditch. You really do. Or somebody has to come do this with you. It could go either way. Or you got a partner that necessarily, say for instance, if, or you feel obligated to, or whatever the case may be. Let me say that. To necessarily say, oh yeah, well let me go ahead and do this. Let me do this, let me do this, let me do this. But it gets me though, like somebody pocket watching somebody's shit. Like somebody pocket watching. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't know if it's you or somebody else. It's kind of like somebody pocket watching that shit. Like, maybe somebody making connections with certain people, whatever the case may be, and somebody like, like they paying attention, they pocket watching something. Or they just, it gets me like a learning concept. Because I don't know if that's kind of like where somebody's taking like the step back to be like, like that's what it kind of gives me though with this Two of Swords and this Four of Cups here. Like it's kind of sloth energy where somebody sits and they let an argument or a situation or be a part of it or something that they know they can stop, and they kind of like, I just want to see. Like that's what it's just, that type of energy where somebody's sitting in the back and they're like, So I don't know if it's you in a relationship and you and your partner or spouse necessarily going through this. It's kind of like you just like, yeah. Like that's what it is. It's kind of like in the moving too slow process, it still puts somebody in a position to where it still needs to be fixed. Yeah. Anywho, let's go. But the majority of the argument is about money though. Queen of Pentacles. It's about money though. You got King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Somebody is necessarily taking from somebody. I'm telling you, like, that's necessarily what it is. It's a money matter. It's a financial type matter. Some of y'all are hiding, necessarily trying to move on. Three of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ten of Wands. Y'all are, like, either somebody, like, somebody's taking from somebody, like, financially. They really is, though. And I think somebody's sitting back and they going, Like, that's what it kind of gives me, though. And in the first spread, necessarily in that energy, somebody was causing a lot of chaos. They really was. So that's why I said going back to, well, it was a tower right there. It really does though. But some of y'all necessarily y'all moving from a place or business or position. I don't know if this is you with the energy around you or a person. But it's like somebody's lying about the money. Alright, let's go. Nine of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Yep. Yeah. Somebody, you hear me say, if it's a relationship or whatever, in a partnership, I think somebody walked away because somebody didn't even necessarily want to hear a person or a partner out, and it was like, okay, I'm gone. Like, especially when it came to, like, money, somebody walked away. It could be a lover or a person. Somebody walked away and they never came back. Like, they didn't want to hear, they didn't want to learn, they didn't want to compromise. Like, I think this was stubborn on both parties. Like, both parties was just naturally stubborn and they didn't care. Or it could be one, though. Four of Pentacles, you hear me say, it's like letting go. Somebody took a loss on something. Somebody was like, I don't even care. Like, that's the energy it kind of gave me, though. Like, if it was some type of deal or significance or something, somebody was just like, I don't even care. Like, that's what it kind of gave me, though. Like, somebody, if it's a marriage or relationship, I think somebody's at the brink of where they kind of like, I don't even care. You can have it. Like, that's what it kind of gives me, though. Somebody just walked away. And I think they were being, like, it's not stubborn, but it came from a place of immaturity. But we'll see what comes out after that, though. That's why I said some of y'all just walked away. Like, y'all just like, you can have it. Because Five of Swords is kind of like the energy of truth being exposed. Somebody's waving the white flag. You know, like, I don't even want to fight with you no more. Four of Wands, that type of energy. That's why I said it's kind of like somebody like, I don't even want to fight with you no more. Because you got Justice, King of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. That's why I said some of y'all kind of like, I don't even want to fight no more. And it's not like coming from like a waving the white flag. This just looks, I'm telling you, it's a sloth type energy. It's a sloth type energy or whatever, because it came over time. Because Four of Wands, the Justice, and the King of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Do you know the Seven of Cups over time? You know how many times somebody thought that's 7 shots somebody had to romanticize a situation. Well, I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this, to finally become emotionally burnt out to be like, you know what? Ain't shit in them fucking cups. Like, that's the type of energy, though. Because you got 9 of Swords, the stress, the Emperor, and the 6 of Swords. That's what it's kind of like somebody's like, yeah, I'm done. Like, that's what kind of gets me, though. Ten of Swords. Three of Cups. Why I was finna say ding dong, the witch said, like, why the fuck I was finna say that, though? That's kind of fucked up, though. It It kind of gives me that energy though. Hold on. Six of Wands. Alright, okay, boom. And we finna wrap this up. Well, with the Nine of Swords, the Emperor, the Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Six of Wands. This gives me like if it was some type of argument. I say if it was me and it was a money matter between me and the spouse, necessarily don't know how much money was on the table or needed to go into division. It looked like it was so overdrawn out to that point or whatever the case may be. It seemed like somebody was never going to come to a healthy medium of a number to say, okay, this is the number I'm going to take. It's kind of like a partner. They never was going to come to a healthy number because they had people around them or whatever the case may be that was like, yeah. Just necessarily gets me though, like some of y'all with the Queen of Wands energy, like some of y'all may run around with people or, you got them, I said that bald headed whole shit. When it comes to like certain friends on that bald headed whole shit or whatever the case may be, y'all may recognize that they really don't have your support. They down to drink, but they ain't down for nothing else. So when shit pops off in your life, the Six of Wands, it's kind of like they not to be seen. They enticing you. They probably those friends. It's like, girl, fuck him, fuck her, or whatever the case may be, to where your relationship or connection with people keep ending up in the same space to where I think somebody doesn't have the necessary patience for themselves as well as their partner or people. Because the Six of Wands type energy, they just around you when shit is going good in your life. And you hear me say like those inner narcissistic type things. It just gives me like ding dong, the wish is dead. Like say for instance, if you were the narcissist and it's kind of like you were fucking with somebody else's life or whatever, and it's kind of like the soft part of a relationship or commitment, it's kind of like that person took from you unknowingly and you didn't see it. Like the bully met the bully. Like that's what it kind of gets me though. Like say for instance, if you were the person who go around knocking people tables over in love, and it's kind of like the soft spot that came and fucked you up was a love interest that did this to you. It was a love interest that did this to somebody. And it could have been a spouse though. That was like, alright, I'm gonna give you your shit back. Like that's what karma was coming in at. Two, some of y'all in a relationship, the challenges y'all going through with money is family. And it's people. It's people, it's family, it's friends. It's kind of like you don't know how to... It just gives me like somebody young and you hang around these females and your dude telling you that these hoes ain't your friend or whatever the case may be, and you learned that lesson hard, or you finally recognize these bitches good to party with or go get my nails done, but they ain't good for shit else. I'm sorry. Page of Wands, Two of Wands, the Hermit. My bad. But yeah, that's what it kind of gives me though. Like some of y'all got this. I think COVID, like you hear me say, a lot of people expose themselves, and I think a lot of people are starting to recognize that as well. Like even narcissistic individuals are taking narcissistic injuries from certain people, whatever the case may be, how they recognize and like, damn, like, you know how like the flying monkeys was once there to support and heal them. I think they recognize that that's not working for them no more. I think for some people, it took them down a path of like necessarily healing in their relationship. For certain relationships, dynamic, being constantly exposed to a partner, whatever the case may be, I think they was able to grow past certain things. I think so. I think for some y'all did though. Ooh. You got the Chariot, the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups. Yes. 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 Okay, Chariot and the Hierophant, you hear me say, that's being able to push through. That's like marriages, relationship, commitment. But you got Queen of Swords versus the Queen of Cups. That's kind of like unhappy, but at the same time, apathism. Like, that's like apathetic, cold-hearted. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like cold-hearted, though. Ain't that. Ain't that. But it's behind the Queen of Pentacles, though, so I like that. All that is behind them. That's what I said. I think for some of y'all recognize like a lot about friends in the season of people like in love, like just reconciling. Because even if y'all were single, y'all were dating somebody. Don't give me like a third party situation for some of y'all. Y'all possibly did get in a situation where a third party with a person and didn't even know it though. Well, yeah, because y'all got Empress and the Moon. Yeah, y'all had y'all doubts. That's y'all sister sign. Some of y'all had y'all doubts about a person or a connection. Yeah. You got the star. Wait a minute, I'm going to tell y'all what's necessarily going on, because this ain't going nowhere. It's not. Oh, shit. Okay. Let me just put them bitches down. Everything is fine. Judgment, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah. Some of y'all been going through getting y'all ass whipped spiritually. Let me just say that though. Like spiritually, emotional, financially, just priorities being like changed up, shaken up. I think y'all like been recognizing that Virgo servitude attitude, trying to help, trying to assist, to do with everybody. This euphoric type ability of way of living. I think y'all been recognizing that it's kind of like impossible as hell to live up to the standards that you want people to live up to. So it's kind of like you recognizing that, like it's kind of like a boomerang dynamic. Like you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like a boomerang dynamic. It is though. Why am I talking so much and I just been here 20 minutes? Everybody else reading went by just, I don't know, it just feels sloth. I think that's what some of y'all, like, y'all feel, it just gives me, like, a dazed type energy where somebody's, like, dazed, where they kind of like, damn. Like, I don't know if that's the emotional blowback from something you may be experiencing, though. At the same time, it looked like somebody took advantage of somebody and they recognized that that person was finally going to catch up to them. On the flip side, it looks like there was a lot of trust in a person and an individual, and you kind of like, damn. Like, that's what I'm telling you. It just gives me, like, somebody dazed. Like, it's just like, damn. Like, how you respond back. And at the same time, you hear me say with this awakening, learning, evolving, growing process, because you got the Wheel of Fortune, the Strength. You see that there? The Wheel of Fortune, the Strength. The Eight of Wands. The Knight of Swords, and the Sun. Baby, that's a hard lesson. Anywho, but let me go wrap this up. For some of y'all was unknowingly in relationships with people. Like, you went into a relationship with a person, encounter, and you didn't know that they had a third party situation going on. It could be the latter with a person with you. Only for you to recognize it, only for this person to turn around and to leave. Or whatever the case may be. Like, it's like somebody left and they didn't, like, necessarily just basically come back. Like, that's what it kind of gave. Somebody left. On the flip side, somebody going through a nasty divorce. Some of y'all going through a nasty divorce and a separation or whatever the case may be, and this person is asking for more money. Like some Five of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, somebody trying to split the shit down the middle. On the flip side, it looks like somebody ready to like give up and say, fuck this shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, fuck it and walk away, and I'm going to be good. For some of y'all, when it comes to like family type matters, because some y'all may be dealing with family members who overspend or did certain things in this COVID energy or whatever the case may be, it's kind of like they coming back home, or somebody is leaving the nest. Like, say for instance, if somebody didn't have a job in COVID, the type of money that they were making and to be able to save up, somebody finally leaving the nest. Somebody like, okay, I'm gone. Like, somebody's able to leave. Like, somebody able to leave. Like, that's what it kind of gets from. Somebody able to leave. Somebody like, okay, I'm gone. Because of the money that they've been saving, though. But at the same time, somebody left about money. Because the Four of Cups speaks of if it was a relationship, and you do got the Four of Cups, if it was a relationship or a connection, somebody like, shit, I'm not getting no money here. Four of Cups speaks of regretting, opportunities, resentment. Seven of Pentacles mean that nothing's growing for them in that environment. Eight of Swords means somebody's stuck. So somebody got out. Or somebody's trying to get out of something. Because you got the night and the sun. Because some of y'all, this is what y'all may do. Oh, yeah, I'm finna get this money coming in, da-da-da-da-da. And then everybody comes and saying, okay, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, da-da-da-da. Everybody want to take. And then you kind of like, damn, well, I kind of don't have nothing. Like, that's what kind of gets me, though. That's what's going on. Or you doing this to somebody, though. It's like you doing this to somebody. Because people be acting like Virgos, just like y'all just be acting like they just so, oh, they so. I'm like, nah, these be some sneaky motherfuckers. And not even from the ones that I done interacted with. For real. They be like, nah, that's some sneaky energy, Pete. That's some sneaky energy. It really is. But it's kind of like you hear me say somebody's in a position of trying to be in control. And it's kind of like they're stressed about a certain position or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, it looks like somebody took advantage of somebody's financial situation. Like, say when you got those parents that say, well, you get as me, and I'll say this for you. And then it's kind of like when you trying to move and you like, where the money at? Oh, like, they can't find it for you. Like, that's what it kind of gets me, though. That's what it kind of get me, though. Overall, like I said, for y'all love reading, that shit was like an extended monthly. Though I said, y'all getting to it about some money. Jesus. That's either a partner, because y'all got 10 of Pentacles being reversed. 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Some of y'all, somebody an emotional spender too. And I think that knocks us a lot. You got Queen of Cups reversed, 2 of Pentacles in there. Somebody an emotional spender. So if you're an emotional spender, people know how to come tell you, my dog died, and you know like, they know how to come get money from you. And that possibly may be what you and your partner are arguing about. Because they ought to come tell you, my boyfriend didn't do this. Like, they know how to come woo you, or you know how to woo people and get them into a sense of conflict. Yes, that's what it is. One of y'all sneaky as hell. And somebody finally got caught. Other than that, though, yeah. That just gave me like a extendo. Jumping out the window. Hey, let me stop. Okay, but then I said, some of y'all left for the good. You got a new star that's coming. That's how little kids, when you see this, look at my games on my phone. You be like, back the fuck up. A new star is coming. Your dreams need a practical plan for some of y'all that do get coming to money or investments or certain opportunities or whatever. Thinking about what you can create that lasts longevity type wise before you necessarily go off trying to help the world. Like, make sure that you got everything established for you and make sure that you necessarily know how to give. Bring love into the situation. That's kind of like if you in a relationship and it was like some money type matters, see if you can cut out the person that constantly take. If the relationship necessarily has like love in it. Like, for real. Confidence is the key to your success. When you believe. Some of y'all gotta believe. Stop. You are very close to achieving your goals. That's what I said. Some of y'all emotions are running high. Like I said, that shit was out of whack. Ooh, let me cut this down. Yeah, emotions are running high. Let's see. Your commitment is being tested. Like I said, when it's arguments about money necessarily, like, that's when people really, like, the worst comes out of them or whatever. Depending on who creates the money, or people feel like it necessarily in business and people trying to be in control, that shit brings out the worst in people. It really does. Because people be feeling obligated to shit that necessarily ain't even theirs. Like, I'm telling you, you be like, what is wrong with you? I'm telling you, like, let you become rich in your family, or just see how in a black family money separates us. Your child that they never had a job, get a job, being able to provide for them if they have kids or not kids, and see how quick you is to ask them for something, and see where that slave master bullshit come from. That's what I said. Emotions are running high. Your commitment is being tested. Some of y'all gotta learn the value of why you value money the way you do. It's time to release negativity, and you are good enough. Hmm. That's sneaky and manipulative. Look at that Scorpio and that Virgo. Yes. Tag team duo. I'm just playing. It's time to release negativity. That's full moon in Scorpio. I told you full moons is things that need to be released while that full moon is still rolling around at this moment. Release certain negativity or release certain things, like go outside, do like a full moon ritual, what doesn't serve you in this moment. You are good enough, especially insecurities, doubts, put that all up in your thing. Communication is key. If you need to, release the way you communicate to yourself and others. This is a new moon. What you trying to draw in? All positive, affirmative, all those things. Show the world, show the world the real you. This is full moon in Aquarius, so it's like shedding, and we in the full moon in Aquarius. Let that go. Like, show the world the real you. You gotta let that go. Aquarius really don't let necessarily people show them. I told y'all that in the car. I think I did though. I said that though. I was like, they do shit by showing you like little weird pieces of them. And it's kind of like a little kid. My mama bought me this, look. And then you like, okay. And if you don't respond the way they want you to respond, they won't show you nothing else. Yeah. Y'all do that, though. Virgos, y'all do that, too. Necessary. Y'all try to be too busy trying to help everybody else so people won't see you. Okay, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. That's why I said, if you already got the answers you need and it's constant mauling over something, just let it go. Let it go. Like, go outside, do your little full moon ritual. Write down everything you're trying to release. Everything. Everything. Every fucking thing. Just simple. Like I said, write you a soul letter. Burn it up in an aluminum can and then just dump it in the grass. You say, why would I dump it in the grass? You're giving it back to the earth. It's the same tree, the same grass, the same bark that falls on the ground. You're giving it to it. Let the wind take it away. Don't necessarily touch it. Just do what you gotta do with it. Shit, do what it is. Do it that way. That what works for me. The answers will come when they need to come. You will see. You are very close. Damn, where is it? God damn. Is it this one? Girl, let me get out.